Very good morning, Bante, and also Venerable Basa, and brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. So today is still a Chinese New Year, and as we celebrate, I think for the Chinese there are many celebrations even within a New Year, right? So, and not only celebration of New Year, I think last 2 days also we celebrate Valentine's Day. Right, so all talking about love, kindness, and I think the last 4 days we celebrate Thiên Công, Pai Thiên Công, the 9th day Hokkien celebrate to pray to the Tavatimsa God Lord Saka, right? So when we look back to all these particular practices, yeah. Even before New Year, we come back for a reunion dinner. And so the first thing that we do before Chinese New Year, during Chinese New Year, and after Chinese New Year, I think it all goes to one very particular theme that we should practice that I think connect with Metta very well. Although it's a Pali term, but I think it's in our life. We are practicing some of it. But we can also further develop more refined kind of practices, qualities of the mind. So to begin with, I think the word metta is very familiar to most of you, right? So metta in Pali, Maitri in Sanskrit. When you talk about metta, I think in English, although we may say metta, right? But is it affection? Attachment, you see. So we have to know exactly what it is, then we can cultivate well, right? And this cultivation, of course, will bring a lot of blessings when we are able to actualize it. So, for example, the word metta itself. What is it, metta in English? Loving kindness. What else? Loving friendliness. What else? Compassion. What else? Benevolence. Anything else? Goodwill. Friendliness. So you see, one word metta in Pali, can we equate with the English? Cannot. Yeah. So that word itself, sometimes why we use Pali word? Because it's very powerful. It contains very deep meaning. So basically, we know that metta is goodwill. Right? It starts with a goodwill. And then it also brings about, we said, boundless love. Boundless love. And then there are kindness in it. And then friendliness. And then also forgiveness. And benevolence. So you can take these 6 qualities that can be consist in metta alone. What more other words like compassion, altruistic joy, and equanimity, right? But the basic one is metta. So metta, the Buddha said, if we cultivate in line with other qualities like after metta, when we establish that, naturally you will have compassion, karuna. Yeah, and then from there also it will develop into mudita. Because you have all this quality, then you'll be able to rejoice with others. Yeah, and then the ultimate one, of course, is equanimity. Yeah, so metta. When you look at these 5 or 6 qualities that we are talking about, in our Chinese New Year, let's say we look at it. So before Chinese New Year, what do? I think the most active one is you start to clean up the house, right? Do you? All the unnecessary one, all the old things, do you discard? Some no. They take out, they brush out, they keep back. Do you see that sometimes? Yeah, you still keep all the old stuff for no reason. Attachment. So now we reflect. When we do Chinese New Year, the first instant thing that we will want to do is to clean up our house. Because we think that's the time that we have to clean up our house, at least once a year, right? You clean up your big house, right? Did you clean up this small house? Do you do that? To reflect on that time that, hey, I also need to, as you clean up the house, you should actually reflect on what? Just like the story of Chulapantaka, how he get enlightened. The Buddha only give him one cloth and ask him to take one cloth and rub the hand and reflect, removing impurities, right? So during your cleaning up of your house, if you practice it well, you will remove the outside and then remove the inside. Remove the outside, remove the inside. If you have anger with anybody, or misunderstanding, or arguments, or uneasiness, so it is time that we do that. So metta is about bringing goodwill, not to others only, to you and me. Some people, they say, they care for people, they love people, but they don't care and love for themselves. So that is not a complete metta. So Chinese New Year is a very good time for us to do that reflection. As you clean up the house, throw whatever that is unnecessary. So too, whatever is a toxic to your body, to your mind, then we should get rid of it. So don't carry. Now already what day? Already 13 of Chinese New Year. So last year, if you still have those kind of things that you are carrying, you still have a chance, before Chinese New Year is over. Learn to get rid of all those because it is toxic, it is rubbish, and it doesn't help us. So metta start with reunion dinner. So you recall back to mind. Are you happy having a reunion dinner? Yes? Everyone? Yes? Yeah. Some of you, yes. Some still thinking half. All right? But in any way, remember. So whatever it is, we know that unhappiness doesn't bring any happiness. So by just knowing that, we should switch. We only have two choices. Right? One is to suffer, one is to be happy. And to be happy, you need to have metta in your heart. You need to have goodwill. No matter what happens, yes, sometimes people may blame us, sometimes people may accuse us, sometimes people may misunderstood us, and sometimes people may shortchange us. There are many kinds of things that can happen. But it is good for us, during this Chinese New Year, we learn to let go. Forgive them and start anew, exercise kindness towards them. So then you'll find it brings so much joy to the family. And you just need one person in the family not happy. It will make the whole family feel uneasy. So some people will say, why should I change first? That person is the one that did wrong. So if we keep that in mind, just the Buddha said in Dhammapada number 3, if a person keep harboring the thought, he abused me, he beat me, he robbed me. So if a person keep harboring that in mind, what will it bring to them? Suffering. Continuous hatred will increase. It won't help them to solve. So when that thought comes, the Buddha say the best is we don't harbor those thoughts. Whether he abused me, he beat me, he robbed me, or he defeated me. Don't think that way. When that thought comes, please let go. Don't harbor those kind of thoughts. And and when we can do that, then we start to have more peace of mind. Because if a person were to make us angry, and we don't want to get angry, can we get angry? No, right? But most of the time we say, they get me angry. They are the one that do all the wrong. But no, because we are the one that have no wisdom or no skill to help ourselves. So it's very important So metta starts from this home, this heart. Out there is opportunity for us to develop more and more metta. Take them as opportunity rather than as that we are a victim of them. Yeah. So in Chinese New Year, I said, these 2-3 days you still have the opportunity to do the best, to revive, to fill your heart with love, and to share with your family members or those who come by your life, right? And then in metta also, like I said, there's a lot of forgiveness. Yeah, whatever they have done wrong, yes, we know, but don't harbor that thought. Yeah, and again, let go. Means for whatever reason it is, let go. Whether the reason is caused by logic that you can reason out now, or you cannot reason it out, or because of your karma, there's only one way, the Buddha said. The eternal law is that hatred by hatred will never cease. Only by love. That's the only way. There's no other way. Yeah, you can learn any any skill, modern skill or whatever skill, but that is the eternal law. Yeah, eternal law. Yeah, and we can always learn from the Buddha, isn't it? You have read the stories of the Buddha. The Buddha is an enlightened one, awakened one, the perfectly enlightened one. But the Buddha also go through what we are experiencing. Still people wants to kill him. People are jealous of him. People accuse him. But what did the Buddha do? These are the things that we should emulate. Because why? We take refuge in the Buddha, right? So we say the Buddha is the great compassionate one, right? And the Buddha have great wisdom. And what are these? Again, same. Exercising metta. But having metta, we know that that is very powerful. Even a mad elephant can be tamed by metta. Right? Even the killers can be tamed by metta. Yeah? So all this we learn from the Buddha because we take refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And we just follow the way the Buddha do. And then we will be able also to benefit and to have this great blessing of a more happy life, more peaceful life, more effective life, and also making good use of our time on earth, living more lovingly as we come and as we go. Yeah, and so then we know that we are at peace. Yeah, and freedom is there when we have love, not when we have hatred. Yeah, because why? When we have hatred, we have a lot of fear. Yeah, a lot of fear, a lot of remorse, and that alone will pull our mind down. And because of that, we don't have the energy to do more good, and what more to purify our mind. Yeah? So the word, like I say, metta, is a very important qualities to be developed. And but we see sometimes when the mind gets to a very natural state, when we wish for something good, actually everything we do can be good. Okay, now you just look at this Valentine's Day, right? People thought Valentine's Day is the day of love. Is it true? What do you all think? Huh? Only because of the roses, very expensive, or the diamond ring, is it? Yeah. But what is this days? Okay, you look, when a person first love, fall in love, what would they do? When person fall in love, every day they will go to the mirror to look at themselves, right? What they are looking at? Huh? They want to look at themselves to be the most perfect one, most beautiful one, most good one to present to the other person, isn't it? Why they look at the mirror so many times? Left and right, front and back. It's because at that time they are in love and they want to present themselves to be the most perfect, most beautiful. most good one to the other person. So if we can always be in love and fall in love, I think we will have that quality, right? No need to ask for one, no need to practice. Naturally, you have that in mind. Yeah. But then, after that, after some time, die off already. All the tails come out already, right? Yeah. Because why? You think, you gain that person's, you win that person's to you already, right? So this is where when we say, when you have a pure thoughts of doing something that time, you want to be the best. And if you can keep that in mind, how nice it is, isn't it? We are always, we check ourselves that we are correct, we are perfect, we are beautiful from inside and outside. Yeah, and so the other party will accept us. So every morning, if we look at the mirror and we can do that, I think yes, we will always fall in love, a true love, but not just because we want to win another person, but that is very instinct kind of things in our mind. When we really wish for something to be accepted, to be what, we look out to ourselves first, to want to perfect ourselves, right? So this is very important. So the goodwill, and if we can maintain it for a long, long time, a lot of people will be happy. Because why? You don't have to do anything, they will accept you straight. Who wants a person who is crooked? No, nobody. Who wants a person who is unhappy? Who wants a person who is not so perfect? But naturally, when we are conscious about the way how we should treat others, how people will accept us, then if we can maintain that in our mind, I think that would be wonderful. So this is metta in action. So metta in action starts with ourselves. So metta to ourselves. So when we have this metta, we can be able to share with other people. Even if you don't speak, your body will wear a smile. And when you smile, your energy field will actually touch people. You don't even have to say a word. People will start to drawn you like magnet, You will drawn people to you. Because why? People feel. We are able to sense, even without words. So this is where I say again, metta in practice is not very difficult. Every day, remember, smile to yourself, a smile to others. People say, "Oh, Reverend, I can't." It's like very forced. It's like very fake. We always tell them, never mind, fake it until you make it. Because why? The smile itself brings your energy up. You feel good. And in doing so, when you are feeling good, you feel better, then naturally people around you also will feel good. Imagine, let's say you are smiling. Somebody with a very long face come in. You can see the sudden change. Everybody's face become long. Alright? But interestingly, you say, a few, and then there's only one. What about those, a few that is long face and one smiling face come in? That also will make the changes. People will say, how come this person can be able to smile in that kind of situation? So it's very important for us to keep that in mind. So the thought of goodwill, the thought of kindness starts with even our bodily action. It transforms into your bodily action. So always keep that in mind also. When you wake up, smile to yourself. And then you can well-wish yourself. And also, the moment you meet people, you must have this culture. We say Chinese, we Chinese also may have a Chinese culture, right? In every culture, I think it's important that we start the day by acknowledging others, greeting others with a smile. Now we lost this tradition. So please bring back this tradition. It's the tradition of metta too. Bring it back. In your family, when you wake up, nowadays people look at each other like transparent. They go in, go out, like fly in, fly out. They don't see each other. They don't acknowledge each other. So it's very important. These are all the simple blessings that carries a lot of weight Yeah, very simple thing. Smiling, greetings, because when you acknowledge someone, actually we are also acknowledging their presence. And with that presence, people feel so good because they are being known. Yeah? We know that they exist. And we know their presence means a lot to us, brings a lot to us. So these are very simple things that we can practice. Yeah? So the kindness to others, even by, first is by thoughts, then by speech. When you greet, is by speech. Yeah? By speech. In Buddhism, you can also well-wish Sukhi Hotu, or Namo Buddhaya. Yeah? Or if the English, you can just simply say good morning. May you be well and happy. Just extend one extra word. Yeah. So if not well and happy also, when somebody wish you, then you will feel that connectedness. Yeah. So a lot of times we say we can't do a lot, but actually we can do a lot to bring meaning to people's life. I always share with people how this metta can also be shared with others. One time I was in hospital, and I was going for my checkup. And then I saw this young lady, very young, I think maybe it's only 20s. And then on the wheelchair, she was holding a chain with a bar cross. And I see a maid. So she was like looking into the small little pond that they have in UH there. She was looking into the pond. But the eye, the look, you can see is like lifeless, bleak future. So I was standing about 6 feet away from her. In my heart, I was asking, what can I do for her? I feel her suffering. Yeah, I feel her pain. I feel her hopelessness. So in my heart, I asked myself, what can I do for her? Then after that, I told myself, I braced myself. I said, never mind. I just go and just hold her hand and talk to her. So I just went and just hold her hand and just tell her, sister, I said, you'll be all right. So I look into her eyes with a calm and smiling face. I just tell her, sister, you'll be all right. And, immediately when she looked up to me, you can suddenly see there's a hope coming back. And she start to feel like the heaviness is like suddenly relief. So again, I reassure her. I said, you'll be all right. I said, just like that. So after that, I have to go. So I just hold her hand. I just wish her like that. Give her a smile. Assure her with that few words. And that can bring so much, joy, so much peace in mind. So I thought, you don't have even spent any money, right? You just only use your kindness to tell her, your facial expression, the calmness, to convey to her that there is possibility, there's hope, and to make her feel that, there is still ways and means that we can reconcile our mind. All right? So metta itself, like we said, is a practice. It's not for us to study so many things about metta, but then, in our thoughts, in our speech, in our body action, there's no metta. And especially when you start to get angry, please reflect. Yeah? So all these things will come in. You have to prompt your mind, goodwill. Do I have goodwill now? If no, re-establish. Second, boundless love. Do I, because of this, then I restrict my love, which is not so fair, and yeah. And third, you ask yourself, am I kind now? If not, then re-establish. Friendly, and then, do I forgive? Yes, I know he's wrong, or she's wrong, but can I forgive? If I can, that's good. And I think afternoon, Venerable Officer is talking more to forgiveness, yeah. So that is also very good, the aspect of the metta there. And the last one, benevolence. Am I thinking this way, speaking this way, or doing this way? Does it bring about a benefit to me and to the person? If yes, continue. If no, then quickly change. Means change to what is wholesome. Yeah. So in practice, I said, metta. The Buddha said, if you can practice metta, you live by metta, you're already in heaven. No need to die to go to heaven. Yeah. And this metta, the Buddha say, if you can liberate yourself by metta alone, yeah, they bring so many benefits. Those who have a lot of insomnia, ask them to come and practice, whether to go to Bhante Sunanda's retreat or Venerable Obasa or come to Ayya for retreats to practice this. Yeah, because Buddha say the first benefit you get, if you practice metta, you will sleep well. Yeah, and then you will wake up well. Yeah, and then next one is you won't have evil dreams. Already 3 benefits. No need to eat sleeping pill. It's true. We have tested some what they call practitioner. They have even anxiety attack. Practicing anapanasati and metta, 4 days, 3 nights. She told us she reclaimed her happiness again. Yeah, 4 days, 3 nights. And some of them, now they are very modern. They wear the watch to measure your heartbeat and the sleep, the sound, the delta sleep. And interesting, I didn't know. At first, I thought she wore a watch because I'm not so much into technology. So, but anyway, during the sharing, she shared. She said at home she sleep more, 7-8 hours, but her sound sleep is only 2 hours. At the time she came for the retreat, we sleep only 6 hours, but her sound sleep 4 hours. She shared with us. Then only I learned, this one scientifically proven also. Yeah. So it is very important, you see, why we have to spend time for bhavana to cultivate our mind with the quality of metta or the quality of mindfulness. Because why? Definitely it brings a lot of benefit. And with this benefit, of course, it brings a lot of blessing. Blessing is when we say less sickness, less disaster, less difficulty, and all the less, right? And more to one side. So more, even less sleep, but more sound sleep. And you don't have to do a lot, but even the person who have anxiety attack, the other one, I told her, no need sleeping pill. True enough, I see her sleep. Only thing, the first night she said, she woke up at 2 o'clock. I said, why? She said, because a lot of people snore. But then after that, she falls to sleep again. So 4 days, 3 nights, she can able to overcome that. Half year, she suffered for that. She went to psychiatrist, psychologist. She went to Ayurveda. She went to many things she tried. Yeah. But at the end, she only have one thing. She said, I think meditation can help me. Yeah. So she keeps searching. Yeah, but at least must be guided. So it's also important, the guidance, so we can point to them and help them to learn how to, gradually overcome. And they master themselves. We only guide them. Yeah. So these are all proven things that is happening. So that's why I said, metta, if we practice, already 3 benefits: sleep well, wake up well, and then no evil dream. Because a lot of people, they sleep, but when they wake up, they feel like they're not sleeping. Sometimes, do you experience that? Actually means the mind is very active thinking, not sleeping. Yeah, still thinking a lot. So when you wake up, you feel like you're not sleeping, but with heavy head. So meaning thinking a lot even during sleep. Means the mind activity is still very active during sleeping. Right? So these are the things that we need to learn. And other benefits that the Buddha said, your face, you will look serene. No need makeup, also look pretty and handsome. Yeah? So the face naturally will look young and serene. Yeah? And then the Buddha also said, when you practice metta also, then how does it bring other benefit? He said, human also will love you. Those people who seek love, no need to do so much to go and seek. Just practice metta. Yeah? And then the human also will love. Means your relationship with your family members, with your colleagues, with your friends will improve. Yeah? People also will love you. Yeah? Because you are kind, you are loving, you are, you are forgiving, and you have a little of goodwill for others. People will love you naturally. Yeah? Because they know that you mean good for them. You act in a good way for them. And next, the Buddha said, not only human love you, Even the devas also love you. They will guide you and protect you. Yeah? There are cases like that. Even my own experience I shared with some of you before. Yeah, when I was practicing in the retreat center, the first time I went in, so the first night after cleaning up, we want to go to rest. 2 of us in 22-acre place. So dark. And so that night I want to sleep. So before I go doze off, suddenly I hear sound. Tuck, 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 tuck. Then I woke up. I thought my friend is trying to call me. I went into the door and opened. Nobody. So I went back to the room. Again, as I was about to doze off, again I hear the sound. Tuck, 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 tuck. So I thought, what is it? So I will look out to a window and look around in the dark. Nothing. So I thought, don't know what is it. Never mind. I say, go to sleep. Again, third time. As I want to doze off that time, again, talk, 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 talk. So this time I brave myself again. I go to the main door. I open up the door. I look, really look around. Still nobody. Then come into my mind. I say, it's something else. Yeah? And then I quickly went into my room. Then I started to chant, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa, And then I convey. I say, I'm coming here to practice. So please do not disturb me. Yeah? But if you wish for merits, I say, tomorrow morning I'll be going to chant at 5 o'clock. So please receive the merits during that time. So please allow me to sleep. Yeah. So after finish, then I try to sleep again. Somehow, I think I slept. I slept, then suddenly I hear again, talk, 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 talk. I woke up. 5 o'clock sharp. So I said, thank you very much. Yeah. So sometimes like that, when we are in practice, in retreat, you don't have people around you. You got to take care of yourself. So if you practice metta, you have the tools and means to communicate and to make peace while you're there, and you live peacefully with others, seen or unseen. Yeah. So this is where metta is very powerful. And the rest, as the Buddha said, the other benefits is if you are practicing metta, and some school of Buddhism or some school of meditation may tell you, no need metta, but no. But the Buddha said, if you practice metta, you can gain concentration very fast. Because your heart, the ill will is subside. And this is one of the hindrances. Ill will is one of the hindrances to jhana. So metta, if you practice well, it will help to overcome these hindrances, and then much easier for you to get into samadhi. Right? Next, the Buddha said, if you practice, and then it also bring you a good state of mind. If a person were to die, and with a metta in mind, then no worry, they die peacefully, not confused. During that time, I think the devas will come and invite. Come and join our club. Whether you want Tawa Tingsa Club or Tusita Club, or which club you want to join, you name it, depending on your practice. But if your mind at the time at metta, then no worry. They will be also happy to sign you into their club. That's what the Devaram is. Yeah. Then the last, the Buddha said, if we do not finish our cultivation in a way for liberation, then the person will be born in a Brahma realm. Very high realm. Yeah. So means in the metta jhana. So in a Brahma realm. So you see, just practicing metta, it is a very helpful way to develop our mind. And these qualities is very important qualities that each of us need to cultivate and sustain and continue to practice until one day we attain the greatest blessing. Not only Chinese New Year blessing. The greatest blessing is Nibbana. To be free from the cycle of suffering or unsatisfactoriness. So we wish you all this New Year, make that determination that whatever that is defiled, whatever that is unwholesome, please discard and get rid and let go. And whatever that is good, that is pure, that is wholesome, that is uplifting, if we have not have it, please make time to cultivate and to increase it and to hopefully finally one day attain the bliss as what the Buddha has experienced. So wishing all Chinese we say what? 新年快乐 then 天天快乐 then 时时快乐. All right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Venerable, for the very inspiring speech and also very practical session. Also, I'm sure some of you here, may have questions that you would like to ask Venerable. So also so that we could also grow in terms of our knowledge of the Dharma. Yeah, to ask any questions that you have of Venerable, or also maybe from your personal experiences, that's something that you want to share.
I think when when people are firstly, when they are in love first time, they want to be the best because they start to look into what they have and what they don't have, and they want to make up that gap. So if they can maintain that kind of attitude for themselves, not just because of gaining or winning over somebody, then that particular inspiration, motivation is good for their practice. But most people do not do that, right? After the first initiative of wanting to be the best, to perfect their character, their outlook, and whatever you name it, they become more gentle, more loving, or everything more. So if you can really maintain that sincerely, then that's very good. That's metta. But most of them after that will be defiled by greed, hatred, delusion. Can you understand? So what we say is, first love can be a good sign to want to improve themselves. But when they don't maintain that, that will become, like I said, either attachment or it become anger, delusion. Yeah. So most people, when they at the beginning of anything, the contact, they want to be the best, to show the kindness, to all the good characters will come out. Just like a mother to a child. While having the child at the first time, so happy, they want to shower all kinds of love. But after that, sleepless nights, then they start to think twice, regret to give birth. Isn't it? Yeah, so that kind of experience. So you see, the instant love is actually very pure one. You want to be the best character, the best perfect quality that you know that is good. Yeah. So in this way, like I say, if a person can maintain that first love, that's very good. But when it's tainted by, again, delusion, greed, hatred, then of course it becomes defiled. That's no more metta. That is either it becomes, we say the attachment or affection, and so those kind of qualities, they are different. So that's why we say the nearest enemy to metta is what, attachment. Means you want the way you want to be. Yeah. So nearest enemy looks like you care, but sometimes over care. People say, you don't have to come with me. Still, no, I have to come. You experience that? Especially when you're growing up, you are able to be independent. Your mother said, no. You still have to do like this, like this, like this. They want their way. Yeah. Sometimes even we all, when our parents is old, they have certain things that they are going through, we don't understand. We want our way. Yeah, so that is not understanding the need, the kindness. Yeah, for example, like there are certain understanding that we have to understand. So, for example, let's say my own mother, when she was young, she's very simple in her food. Now she's still very simple in her food, except now she needs something very hot and spicy, chili. The reason being is she feels she couldn't taste. So you see, when they are old, the elements in the body are changing. So they need certain thing. Whereas my father, before he passed away, he don't take ice cream in his life. But because during the aging, the period, the aging period, his body is very hot. So he looked for ice cream, something cold. Whereas my mom now, she looks for something hot and spicy. The chili that she take, we get very scared. Yeah, she boiled the water very hot and then put the chili in, and then some other, let's say, broth or what, put in, and she feels so good after eating it, and she feels say, oh, the body feels good. If she take cold thing, lukewarm thing, she feels like vomiting. So if we don't understand that changes, let's say, we want the way we want. How come so mafan? Food is already there, it's hot ma. But no, to their body, it doesn't match their need. So very simple, what we do is we provide her a small little pot. So anytime she wants to warm up or she wants to make it very hot, she can do so. Anytime she wants to do it. So we provide her chili, and those things. Because knowing that, her body condition change, her element change. So sometimes when we understand a person, then we accord to them because we don't understand what changes is that. I say my father loved ice cream towards the end of his life, whereas my mother loved hot things and chili. So it's totally contrast. So it's individual. So if our family members have certain things, we need to know all these things. Not knowing, that's why we cause a lot of suffering to each other. Yeah, and like I said, these are the things that we have to know. Overcare is also not good. Yeah, means if a person can be free to do something, free them to do something and free yourself. Yeah, and so then you feel good that you have a space to respect in that way. So learning to embrace metta, it also takes time, the learning, the practice, evaluation, and continual practice, and then you'll be able to understand whether it's metta or attachment, overcare or affection, or just purely kind love. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yes. And then first, importantly, is that when we practice metta, we don't actually expect return. Yeah. So if you expect return that I smile to you, even you are in pain, you have to smile to me. That can't happen, right? Isn't it? We expect them. I help you, you should be able to sit up, you should be able to walk as fast as you can. You see the expectation. So when we say metta, means we learn to understand what is happening to this person. What is she or he going through? How would you want to be treated when you're in that position? Yeah. So then when you give them the need, and with kind, smiling, without expectation, you say treat them well, all those things. Then naturally they feel. Yeah, I've heard also there's cases like a devotee's friend. The whole house, nobody dare to take care of the mother-in-law because she'll be scolding, she will be cursing, she will be all sorts of things. So the brothers and sisters, nobody dare to take care. They want to take care also, but they don't have that passion and patience. So finally, end up with one of the son and the daughter-in-law. The daughter-in-law is very patient and understanding. No matter how the mother-in-law scolded her, she just served with a smile. Yeah, and so at the end, this mother-in-law, although sometimes she still scolds, she still curses, but lesser and lesser and lesser. Yeah, and then if she needs anything else, she don't want anybody else, she will call for this daughter-in-law. You see or not? Why? Because she knows. So the knowing is the one that is important. Yeah, I have also another devotee. She was very depressed at one time. The mother is already 90 plus. Also cursing and because sometimes when people get old, they start to get senile a bit. They don't know actually the wire in the brain doesn't work the way we know. Yeah, sometimes certain circuits just don't go through. So whatever comes into their mind, and because of their habitual pattern, sometimes they are more angry type, more temperament. So everything that comes out into the head, they just blast out. So if you take those words so personal, you will get affected. You will get very depressed. Yeah. But if you understand, you don't take it as personal. Yeah. But you reduce. Like for example, when she told me, I observed. I said the mother don't want to take rice, just take coffee with biscuit. And sometimes she don't know other things that you give to her, she don't eat at the time. She will eat some other time. Sometimes it can be actually the things already rotten. She still want to keep it. So I said, what can you do? I said, the best thing, when she don't see the food on the table, you replace, put in the same position, everything but fresh one. Because even the old one, if you take away, she see, she will scold and curse you. So I said, you got to be wise, lah. And at the same time, you have to care for her. Yeah, you don't want to be, she get toxic because of the food. So I said, so she only wants what they call biscuits and breads. So no rice. First, the mother very sick. She tried to feed the rice, and the mother just throw it out to her face. So I said, a person don't want to eat, and you ask a person to eat, how to swallow? Isn't it? If you don't want to eat, I ask you to eat. You must eat rice. Then, sure, you get very agitated. She also get very agitated. Nobody is happy, you say. So now you study her situation. She's old and she's going through this aging towards the end of the life. She is going through also tremendous conflicting things that she don't understand about her body. So I say what we do is just provide. Yeah, just provide. And so I said biscuit, you get better biscuit, more nutritious biscuit than for her. So you replace when she don't see, you put the same position, but it's a new thing. Yeah, that can help. And then she said, when the mother, starts scolding, I say, you can excuse yourself. You don't have to be like sitting down there and then, listen to all the abusive word. I said, you can say, Mom, excuse me, I'm going to the kitchen. Then you excuse yourself. Because sometimes they mumble, they also don't know. Yeah? But you take it so personal. Then you get so heartache. Yeah, that all your effort, all your caring, all your love is not being, appreciated. It's not because of that sometimes. Yeah. And this one also, mother don't want to go to the bath. So I say, you prepare everything, then when there's opportunity, then get her in quickly. And then shower. Yeah, so there are many, many things. Some elderly, sometimes when they come to a certain one, even, their whatever things, they may be just their urine or what, they patch on the wall, this and that. So remember, do your refuge, chant Karana Metta Sutta, and then well-wish. Well-wish her, well-wish all beings surrounding, be well and safe, be free from anger, be free from fear, be free from all this suffering. And may all hearts be happy. So have faith and do that. So the first thing is don't expect. In Metta, we don't expect. You just serve the best that you can. Sometimes when you do funny thing, you feel like, ayya, don't give you faith. Actually, they are not really doing that, but they just don't know what they are doing. So if you take it so personal, you feel very, heartbroken. Yeah, and also you feel suffering seeing them like that. So very important, I say, to understand aging. That's why people say, not scared of death. Some people say lah, but they're scared of aging. So during that period, sometimes the mind just don't work the way it is. Yeah, so we have to have patience, understanding, and have that kindness to them. Yeah. So every day still well-wish them without expectation. Yeah, just serve smilingly and do your part. Yeah, and then you feel more comfortable. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Also can. Like this devotee also, I told her, of course in her life for 6 years, she has been going through traumatic things with the mother. And so I told her, I said, why don't you try? I said, you try. Because not maybe for her mother only, but for yourself. And she did it last, I think the Chinese New Year, recently. She said she feels so good. Because before she come to me, she said, I'm so depressed right now. I cannot tahan already. I really cannot tahan. I'm going to go cuckoo, So I said, no. Okay, you tell me what's going on. So finally, I just teach her what to do. So she tried. She went back. She get the mother to sit. She said, I sit down. I said, you must say like this. Yeah? In the past or present past. I say, if I've done anything wrong through thought, speech, and bodily action, whether intentionally or unintentionally, Mom, I sincerely seek for your forgiveness. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. May you be well and happy. So she said that. I said, the mom don't even look at me. But I say, the heart is looking. Face not looking. Heart is feeling. I say, if you do more often, you yourself feel, wow, so much burden already released. Because, right, you also carry that. You don't know. Your energy field also convey that. You don't know. Yeah. So why magnet were, it's supposed to be coming together when you have metta, it should drawn to soften, calming. But if the person still react, there's something else. So on our part, we do our part because, right, we are sound. We still can do something. Yeah. On other part, yeah, when our energy field change, naturally they will gradually change. They may not change to your expectation, but they naturally feel more calmer, softer, more at ease. So that is what I think is peace for everyone. So we don't expect them to change immediately, but we got to change ourselves because, right, we need to take care of our heart. Metta is not to other people only, to ourselves. When we get angry, disappointed, upset, what do we do to our heart? So we need to help to calm down. All right? So elderly people are like that. So we just have to understand and help them the way. Because one day we are also going to get old. Yeah? So when we practice it well, then naturally there will be people that will be helpful to us when we are in that situation. All right? So of course, we always have to train our mind so that hopefully we don't have to be in that situation and make aspiration that we will be able to grow, age gracefully and with mindfulness and also metta in our heart. All right? Okay. Thank you.